Ready. Okay, guys, good morning. This is going to be recorded. So if you have friends or family or whatever that want to go and look at it, it is going to be on the Twincare channel. Can you hear us, Michelle? You can. Okay, so good morning. We're going to get started. I'm going to put the PowerPoint on because most of my presentation is on PowerPoint. So just bear with me for 1 second. Okay, I've given the title of today's presentation, A Brave New World. And I'm sure by now you all will agree this is a new world. I think we need to understand that because if you look at the last couple of weeks, our life has changed. I think we all got a sense of what life was before and now that it's going to change radically going forward. I think the way we interact, the way we talk to each other, the way we live, the way we shop, everything is going to change. So it is a new world. We are currently in day 47 of the lockdown. And if you look at where we've come from and the mindset we had to where we are now, we are getting a better sense of where we are. Unfortunately, as you know by now, that our industry has been put at number one in the rate or in the when we're going to open up our business. And we're not exactly sure because our president is not communicating with us to tell us when things are going to happen. So as we go stage by stage, we're going to get a better sense, but we don't know how long these stages are. Is it going to be 1 week? Is it going to be 2 weeks? Is it going to be 2 months? I mean, there's a lot of rumors going around. I mean, I heard a rumor that they were talking about February next year. Well, that's ridiculous. That's not going to happen. But the reality is that we are not 100% sure. And for me, that is the worst place to be. When I make plans, I want to know where I am. It'll help me make decisions. I'm getting a lot of salon owners phone me and saying, Stav, I can't carry on my business. I've had people crying on the phone. I think we are going through a very, very traumatic time. So that is our new reality. Hang on, is it a technical problem?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Okay, guys, 1 sec. As you can, Zoom and webinars are new for all of us. Okay, better. Okay, so the reality is our industry is still lucky. There are other industries that are totally shut down. At least we can start retailing, which is something that most other businesses cannot do. So we need to count what is lucky for us and we take advantage of the opportunities that are offered to us. So let's take a look at a slide that I put in my first presentation, because I think it's our mindset and our attitude that's going to determine how we're going to survive as a business. And that's what we have to do. It's all about survival now. And the quote was, expect the best, plan for the worst, and prepare to be surprised. Now, I think that is a very optimistic quote because it's optimistic. We should expect the best. Things are going to change, but we've got to ensure that we are in a position to take positive advantage of the changes that are happening. Plan for the worst. Things are going to go wrong, like anything. Even before the lockdown, when we started new businesses, there were challenges. Things went wrong, but plan for it. Things do go wrong. If we're just going to sit back and say, well, everything's disaster, there's a lockdown, I don't know what to do, well, you're going to create your own reality. So if you think you're going to close down, you do nothing, I guarantee you, you are going to close down. And then the final part is be prepared to be surprised. The reality is that things are going to change, and if you are prepared for those changes, if you go in to open your salon with your eyes wide open, you've got a better chance of succeeding and continue to succeed. Okay. All right, then, in order for us to move forward, we need some sort of strategy. You need to have a plan. What are you going to do to survive? Because as I've said 100 times, the world is changing. And we need to find a way to protect our industry. What are we going to do to ensure that our industry stays relevant in the future? What is our industry going to do to respond to all the changes that are happening? What are we going to do to overcome the challenges that we have? So you need to have a plan for your business. And when I speak to people recently, I think the biggest challenge I see is people don't have a plan. They sit back on their phone and they're essentially saying, what do I do? You need to sit down and have a strategy. And today's presentation is giving you some ideas on how you should be planning. We're going to give you practical, real things you should be doing in your salon. So I've divided up the plan into 3 logical steps: a short-term plan, a medium-term plan, and a long-term plan. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. So if we started with the long-term plan first, in other words, what are you doing in the long term to make sure you are going to survive? Well, there's new emerging ideas that are going to be coming to you every single day. And that's the reality about when things change. We don't exactly know where we're going to be, but we've got to be prepared for the changes that are coming our way. And one of the emerging trends I've seen is there's a lot of salons that are going to be closing down, whether we like it or not. That's the reality of the challenges that we got. And what I've seen is some hairdressers are looking at different ways of doing business. The people that are leaving salons that are closing salons are probably going to come to the salons that are staying open and do some sort of deal. So that's an opportunity. The second opportunity I've seen is there are certain hairdressers that don't want to work a full 5 days a week. So you can go into salons and rent time in the salon. Because if you think about it, most of the hairdressing happens on a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Monday and Tuesday, you can find different things to do. So you can come into agreements with salons that are staying open and rent the time for them. So I will spend X amount per day, and I will plan my clients around those days. And maybe the 2 days that you've left over, you can take off, or you can do online consultations. We have to rethink the way we do everything. That goes in beauty and hair. So this is a new model that's emerging. Be aware of it and make decisions according to the way you see it. Then another idea that has been around for a while, and that is My Appointment, is a program that I've seen a lot of salons use, and that is an online booking app. Everything is changing because of the lockdown. Even consumers that weren't buying online, even consumers that weren't that technologically advanced, are starting to look at new ways to do everything. And the salons that have got My Appointment can access clients that were used to picking up the phone and making appointments. So My Appointment is an online app where your clients can go on the app and make appointments, and these appointments appear directly on your computer. So they can choose the time, they can choose the service. So that takes pressure off your receptionist. So that is also something I think you need to plan in the long term. Some of these apps are a little bit older, some of these ideas are new, but I can guarantee you more and more ideas are going to be going to start evolving. So like I said in my earlier quote, be prepared to be surprised, but also be prepared to take advantage of the changes that are happening. You can't let things happen to you. You've got to get ahead of them. You've got to control your destiny. So it is time to put your big girl panties on, I love that expression, and take responsibility for the future of your salon. And believe me, I think in the past, we used to have motivational talks, and what I've just said now about getting motivated means something totally different to what it meant 2 months ago. Now you're getting it. So you need to get ahead of this. You need to get out of your bed, get out of your depression, get out of your fear, and start putting something together. So put your plan. So the long-term plan, these are the ideas that we presented. Then you need to have a medium-term plan. What are you going to do in the next couple of weeks to ensure that you survive? Because your plan should be about the long term. What am I going to do today? What am I going to do in the medium term? What am I going to do in the long term so I can be in business in a year's time? So I can be in a profitable business in a year's time. And one of the things I mentioned in my previous seminar is now is the time for you to review your business. If you're essentially breaking even in your business before the lockdown, believe me, it's only getting harder. So you need to find a way to change the direction of your business, make some hard decisions, and ensure you can have a living after the lockdown. So on the medium-term plan, we've discussed some ideas, and the first one is to be prepared. If we look at the experience that we had around the world, in the first 1 or 2 weeks of the opening of the lockdown, the salons have been hectic. So ensure that you are ready. Ensure that you've got the stock. Start taking your clients' email addresses or SMSs or WhatsApp or whatever's necessary to ensure that as soon as you know when you're open, you can phone them all and say, we're opening, please make your appointments. We are going to be closed for a long time, as you know, and it's already feeling like ages. We need to be able to pick up our cash flow and make as much money as quickly as we can when we go back. But you need to be prepared. Okay? Expect the best. Expect success. So when you're going to open, plan to be fully booked for the first couple of weeks. And please, God, let it continue. Because one of the things that our industry has got that is different is, you might have heard of the lipstick index. And that essentially says that in times of economic stress or when people are feeling depressed, they will go and look after themselves because things might be falling apart, but at least they want to look good. And I'm sure by now you got half your clients phoning you and telling you they need a new color, they need a haircut. So the engagement is there. You need to be prepared for it. So when you go back, you can take advantage of it. Now, if we look at the short term, what are we going to be doing now? What are we going to be doing today to ensure that we can bring a little bit of money in? And once again, I think we are lucky because we are an industry that can do certain things. We have put a program together, not only us, but all our competitors, where you can take orders from your consumers and we'll deliver on your behalf. So you'll make the retail margin, we'll take everything from there and take the expenses of delivering, so you can make a little bit of short-term money. A lot of you have taken advantage of that. Obviously, this is new for all of us, and there's a few days delay, there's a few problems, we get some of the orders wrong, us and everybody else. But the reality is it is an opportunity, and like any new opportunity, you've got to manage it to make sure that it works for you. Then the next thing that has been emerging, and that is online consultations, both in skin and both on hair. Now, I just want to say one thing about this, because I've had a few people phoning me and saying, well, that's not professional, and you shouldn't be doing X, or shouldn't be colored home, and shouldn't be doing online consultations. Things have changed. The old rules that we've got in place, we've got to rethink. So if you want to be a purist and you want to keep the rules the way they are, you're going to be left behind. We have no choice. So you need to understand that as an industry, we need to protect our industry. Whatever we are doing, we're not doing it to hurt you. We are giving you ideas where you can survive. It's all about survival. So the online consultation is something that you should be focusing on. And if you're in skincare, it's a very simple process. Ask them about their skin. They will tell you what their challenges are, and all you've got to do is give them solutions and get the product delivered. Okay, we are not undermining our industry. We are consulting. Just the medium that we are using to consult is different. So you can either be part of it or you can fall behind. Okay. Then something that's happened in the hairdressing industry is people are mixing color and sending it to their consumers. Now, I'll tell you my opinion of this. Hairdressing has always been a professional industry. Hairdressing has always had to look after its clientele. Well, that is not changing. The online consultation should be giving your clients the same professionalism. Now we've got two choices. We can either do their color for them and do it professionally and charge for the consultation and make a bit of money, or they will go somewhere else, whether it's another salon that's doing it, or more importantly, whether they go to your biggest competitors, and that is all the supermarkets. I don't know if you guys heard 702 or read News 24. And what both channels are saying is that the sales of hair and skincare products in the retailers have rocketed. And they said in the 702 newscast yesterday, the reason is because the hairdressing salons and the beauty salons are closed. So your clients are going to retailers and buying the product that you used to sell on. This is the time that we need to fight for the industry. So if you think that sending color for people to do at home is breaking some ethical code that we got, or if you're sending skincare for them to do at home, you're breaking some ethical code, then you are totally missing the point. We are here to ensure that our industry survives. So we've got to fight back. And the way you do that is you need to engage with your consumers. Phone your clients and talk to them. Offer them consultations. Offer them the solutions that they are looking for. Offer them the solutions to problems that they've got, and they're getting the results from the department stores and the supermarkets. So change your mindset. This is not going to carry on forever. And we can review what our systems and policies and ideas are once the lockdown is ended. This is about survival. And I think without exception, all of you have got that, because this has been a frightening and scary couple of weeks for all of us. Okay, then we move on to really the sense of, the reason why we put this whole presentation today. And that is, as an industry, we have to address online shopping. This is a trend that's growing internationally, and it's growing exponentially. And there are industries that are being wiped out because they are not being part of the new online revolution. So let's take a look at what that means. So currently, if you look at online, it's the biggest growing segment in the world. The retail market, traditional retail, is under pressure. And what's going to happen now is, because of the lockdown, people are becoming more aware of online shopping. Their individual shopping habits are going to change. And we have to ensure as an industry we stay relevant. Retail stores around the world are closing down. You've all heard of Edgar's. You've all heard of Dion Wire. Obviously, the economic circumstances, particularly in South Africa, have an impact. But the reality is, around the world, more and more people are buying online. In America, we have started seeing what they call ghost malls. And I was there about 4 or 5 years ago, and I remember walking into one of the community stores in the hotel I was staying, and at least 30% of the stores have just boarded up. We're going to see more of that, because as online sales increases, so the retail, the shopping center stores profitability is going to decrease. So online is happening. It's already happening. There's a lot of online sites that are selling to the consumer. A lot of salons have taken the initiative and started their online sites. So you have a choice. You can be part of it, or you can be left behind. This is happening. And as a company, we want to stay ahead of this, and we want to give you an opportunity to be part of it. Like I said, you've all seen the online sites that are already selling professional products. There's salons that have put it together. Is your salon online? And is there a solution that fits for you? Because a lot of the online stores that are currently involved in selling products on your behalf have got their own site, and they pay you a commission on their site. So a client will go onto their site, they will choose the salon they go to. There's no visibility of your salon. They'll choose the salon, and they'll pay you a commission based on their choice of the salon, if they choose your salon. So we are introducing a new concept called Salon Only. And we believe this is radically different to anything else that's out there at the moment. And the reality is that if you are going to be online, you need to have your own online presence. You need to have a page that when you send your clients in that only want to shop online, they go to your page, a page you own, a page that you have access to, you can feel proud of, and you to a certain extent can design your own page. You need to understand it. So with our idea, you have your own website with your own logo, your own look and feel, your own salon information, including your menus and the services that you offer, your own URL. In other words, the site will belong to you. You can advertise your site to your clients, and we're going to work on point of sale to put individually into all your salons so you can promote your site. Okay, now, assuming you were going to be your own site, and a couple of weeks ago you realized, hang on a sec, I've got to be online. If you've done any homework on putting sites together, these are the expenses on putting your own site together. Firstly, development costs. In other words, designing what your page is going to look like. Registering the URLs. Putting your site together will cost anything between 15 and 20,000 Rand. Then you have monthly hosting fees. In other words, your URL has got to be hosted on some sort of server. And those hosting fees will cost 1,000 Rand or sometimes even more. Then if you look at retail, the cost of running retail in your salon, you have about a 2.5% credit card fees. Some of you might get slightly less, but the average is about 2.5%. Then you have to pay 10% staff commission. Then it gets even more complicated. It's not as easy as just putting product in a box and hoping it gets to the client somehow. You've got to manage a process. You need to have couriers. You need to find a way to invoice your clients. You need to ensure the couriers deliver on time. You need to ensure that you package the product correctly. Then you've got to invest in stock. You've got to have more stock than you usually have. So there's a cost to investing in stock. Then you've got the site management. How do you manage the actual site? If you've got to make changes to product, if you've got to add or subtract promotions, if you've got a client that phones and says, I haven't received my order, we have got a full-time staff complement that manage all these ideas. And then you've also got supply accounts. You have to pay your accounts. So these are the real costs that you will have and the challenges. And if you are a relatively small salon, it is hard to put this together, to manage it and to do it properly. We have seen small salons that have tried to do their own sites and make a hash of it because this is a complicated process. When we looked at this, we understood that we've got to get professionals that know what they're doing to ensure that we provide a professional site. So in the program that we are offering you, you're going to have your own site with no development costs. There'll be no cost to hosting. There'll be no credit card fees because we will carry that. You'll need to pay no staff commission. We will cover the delivery and the packaging costs. We will invest and carry the stock. We will manage the site for you, and there'll be no supplier accounts. Okay, so this is what we will offer for 850 Rand per month. The first month will be free, and we are hoping to have your site up in the next week or so. For the month of May will not be your free month. Your free month will only start for the 1st of June. So if we can get your site up quickly, you can have maybe 6 weeks of no monthly fee. And what that includes is the store setup, the store management, managing the site. We will cover the hosting. We will deal with your clients if there's any issues with deliveries. We will offer you marketing support. There are also 5 different payment options for your clients to use. We will have a fully mobile response, and I'll talk about that in a minute. We will have detailed reporting, and you will get every single order that gets placed. You will get an email, am I right? You will get an email that will be sent to you order by order. Straight away. So as the order gets placed, you will get the email. So you can log and you can manage exactly how your store is doing. In August, we're also going to have a salon locator. So if there's somebody moving out from Cape Town and they haven't decided on a salon, we'll have a salon locator for people that are part of this program. We will also have an order confirmation system. So your client knows exactly where their order is, and there's confirmation that we know they placed the order and when it's going to get to them. There's also going to be monthly reporting when you can see what your site has done for the month. And then more importantly, we're going to have access, jumping ahead. For that, we will pay you a 20% commission. Now, just in case some of you get confused, there's a difference between margin and markup. So we will pay you a 20% margin commission. So if you sell 100 Rand, you'll get 20 Rand. That equates to a 33.5% markup. Because most suppliers have got a 67 to 70% markup. So we will pay you half the margin. Okay, so it's either 20% margin or 33% markup, depends how you look at it. And if you take off all the costs that we mentioned in the previous slide, this is a fair and brilliant opportunity. Like I said earlier on, you can be part of it or you cannot be part of it. Or you can do your own site and have all the challenges that go with it. So these are some of the brands that are going to be part of this. Okay, there's certain limitations, there's certain rules in some of the brands. We are also in discussion with some of the brands that are not on here because it's new for us. We put this together in the last 6 weeks. It's new for our suppliers and it's definitely new for you. So the opportunity you're going to have is access to a lot of brands you don't have now, and you'll have access to brands that you do not currently stock. Each of these brands will have certain rules. For Moroccan oil, for example, you cannot have it on your online site unless you have it in your salons. And there are other brands that have got that too. We will talk about how we will identify and what brands you can have in your site later on. So now I'm going to ask Peter. Join us, Peter. Okay, Peter is the brains. I know it doesn't look like it. Social distance. So Peter is the brains of putting this together. So he's going to run through a very quick demo on how this will work.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. As Stav mentioned, my name's Peter, and I form part of the Twincare online side of the business. And just to let you know, we are very, very, very excited to launch this to you today. And, you know, our biggest goal here is to create a great online presence for your salon and for your consumers so that they can have a good experience by shopping online through you. Another goal is we want to grow that shopping behavior on your site so that each month you will see growth and more people coming on and shopping on your site. So I'm going to switch over now just to the Salon Only site and show you what your website will look like. Okay. So if you see on the screen, we have the Salon Only website. This is just explaining to us what we do and what we are offering. But more importantly, what I want to do is go into the demo store.
Sorry, if I can just add to this. This is the site that you're going to use to register. This is not what your site will look like. So Salon Only is the brand that will manage the individual sites. So once you've done this registering process, it will have nothing to do with your page. Okay, this is about getting your page started. So Peter's going to run through that. He'll also show you what your page can possibly look like.
Yeah, so at first I'm going to show you what your page looks like, and then I'm going to show you the easy application process to get you on board straight away. We are taking a first come, first serve. So the sooner you get your application in, the sooner you will have your store online. So your store is going to look very similar to this. Please know that everybody will have their own unique look and feel. And our goal here was to create a great and easy user experience so that your clients shopping will be able to shop quickly and get that sale through straight away. So as you can see, this would be your home page where your clients will land on. You'll have your logo up here on the top left. If we want to have a look and see what brands you are selling on your own store, you'll have a brands page with all selected brands that you are selling. Clients can then go and click on those brands. For example, we can look at Ref. They'll be able to see a little bit about Ref and will be able to shop the range. I think it's important to see that each product that you're selling online, you can go into the product. Sorry, that was added to cart. We'll go there later. You can go into the product and there's further information on the product, so that will educate clients themselves. If you want to add it to cart, you quickly add it to your cart. The client will then get to their cart page. Here, Kevin Murphy and Ref have been added to their cart. They'll see their subtotals, total amount of the purchase. If we do any promotions and have promotion codes, they'll be able to input that over here to give a discount. And then we simply proceed to checkout. Your clients will then fill out their information and delivery information and simply place their order. Once this occurs and they have paid, you will receive straight away an order confirmation saying congratulations on the sale. Your client will receive order confirmation from your salon stating their order and when it will be delivered. To look at some other pages, we have the About Us. This is something what you'll put a little bit about your salon. And as you see during the application process, there are certain things that we will request from you so we can build out your personalized store. Just to have a look at the full shop and the filtering system, you can search for anti-frizz, color treated hair, hair dryers. You can shop by brand. And really it is a great and easy user experience for your clients. They'll each have their own account where they can see previous orders and their account details. And I think that is enough of showing you what you're going to get for now. But if we can go back to the application process, all you need to do is go onto www.salononly.co.za, click Get Started, join today, fill out the application form. This is our debit order mandate. Please note, anything that comes in now, the first debit will go off on the 1st of July. Sign the mandate online. You will receive an email with a content template that will come to you. You download that, fill out your details. That will be your logo, 3 images of your look and feel of your salon, and you send that back to us and we will get started and your salon will be up and running within a week.
Can I just add an opinion? I think for the picture that you send us, I'll tell you what I would do. I would send a picture of the outside of my salon, possibly the inside of your salon, somebody doing hairdressing, and maybe a picture of your staff. And in the body, just tell us a little bit about your salon. You need to personalize this as much as possible. Mention your names, mention some of your staff names, because when they go onto your site, they need to know they're on your site.
Yeah, so that's that. Thank you very much. We really look forward to you joining us and partnering up with us. And just to keep it clear, our goal is really to grow your online sales.
Give us a sec, guys. We're just going to get the PowerPoint back up. So while we're waiting, just to summarize again, I believe you have to be online, and I think most of you are convinced about that. This is one platform that can get you online very quickly. Obviously, you can still do your own thing if you want to. There's certain challenges, like we mentioned earlier on. So this is an opportunity to get online very quickly. Like Peter says, depends on the number of applications. We can get you up in the next week or so, and possibly even sooner. Okay, so Andrea, help. This is not changing. Andrea, it's not the PowerPoint's not working. Sorry, guys. This webinar stuff is new for all of us. Never heard of Zoom before this. Okay, so timing, like I said earlier on, we are going to be doing as many websites as quickly as possible. Any websites we get for the month of May are not going to be part of your free month. The free month is going to be for June. And then from then on, obviously, your monthly payments are going to kick in. The information that you guys give us is going to stay confidential. Like I said, it's going to be your own URL. So you'll have total control. Anything that we are going to do, any specials that we're going to do, we're going to do it with you, or any specials you want to do, you'll have to tell us so we can load it. And we'll also sign confidentiality agreements with you guys. Then this is just the start. There are a lot of apps that we're working on. Because I always say to my staff, whatever idea we got now, in 6 months' time, that idea will have evolved to something completely different. So this is a start. We can add a lot onto this because the platforms are changing every day. There's new ideas that are coming up every single day. And we need to have the ability to be able to adapt our platforms as quickly as possible to the emerging trends. So that is a summary of Salon Only. I know some of you already, they're posting questions. Okay, Andrea is making a list of the questions as they're coming up. So we will go through them at the end. Just before we move on to questions, and then we've got something else to add on the 19th of May, I'm doing another industry presentation. This is hair care focused. A couple of weeks ago, we did the old school presentation. We had some of the hairdressers, it's called old rock stars that have been around for a long time. What I've done is I've invited a newer generation of youngsters that can tell us how they adapt to changes. What are they doing on Facebook? What are they doing on Instagram? And how are they pivoting their business to the new realities? And that's Shandy from Mop, Fabio and Karina from Shag, Candice McKay from White Hair, and Yvette from Just Peachy. So that is on May the 19th at 9:30. If you want to join that, please send us an email. If we've sent you an email already, please do not send us another email because we'll automatically send it to all the people's email addresses we got. Okay. So now we've got questions. Andrea, are you going to join me up here, or how are we going to do this?
I'll ask you guys.
Okay, Andrea's going to shout out the questions, and we can answer them.
Okay, there's some questions coming through. So from Angela Stain, how will I incorporate my current product ranges?
Okay, so in case you didn't hear, how will we incorporate your current product ranges? So we have got most of the majors online. There's one or two we're still talking to because they wanted to get a sense of the idea. So if there's any products we don't have, then tell us. We'll have a conversation with them, and you can have a conversation with them too if it works for you. We are going to have certain products that you will not have access to depending on the salon. So if you're a Moroccan oil salon, you have access to Moroccan oil. If you don't, you won't. But there's also a lot of other brands that regardless if you stock them, you'll have access to. So all of a sudden, from having an online site that you can offer 3 or 4 products, you're able to offer as a minimum of 10 products. Okay? And there's also equipment and accessories. So this changes the offering that your salon can have.
Okay, from Yvette, will I be able to link my Instagram shop and Facebook integration?
So, hi Yvette, yes, every single person's store will be able to be linked to their social media pages. We will put that link on your online store as well as recommend on your social media pages that you put your link of your current online store there too, so that your followers will click and go directly to your store.
Guys, it's in our interest to make this work for you as well, because obviously it's a site that we want to be successful. We sell products to you and we want you to make a success of it. You need to make money, otherwise why do it? So besides setting up the page, we're going to work on marketing programs to try and promote your salon and try and promote the whole platform. We need to do this and make more money, not have expenses and make less.
Okay, from Nick's DP, do the clients pay you directly for the products on the website?
Correct. We collect the money, we pay the credit card fees, and every month we pay you your commission at the end of the period.
Okay, from Linda, how would commission work for staff? With only 20% commission to the salon owner and $8.50 per month, I'm not sure how I will work out for staff.
The way I see it, so again, I'm going to repeat some of the questions, is how would we pay commission to my staff? Well, that's up to the individual salons. But I know most salons, on any sales that are made to walk-ins, you don't pay your staff commission. I've got to be careful what I say here, because I'm just trying to help you with your business. One of the questions or one of the problems I have is that staff are costing us more and more. Their commissions are going up. We're competing with each other, with salons, against the salon down the road by offering more and more commission. And eventually the model becomes unsustainable. So you've got to work it out for yourself. If your staff have got no input on the sales that happen online, I'm not sure you need to pay them a commission. And if you really do want to, I mean, one of the things you can do is you can take a percentage of that, put it into a salon pool, maybe 2.5%, 3%, depends how generous you want to be, and then take that and spread it out amongst your staff. There's a lot of ways you can do it. But essentially, if your staff have got no input in your salon currently, if somebody walks off the street and buys a product and nobody earns the commission, I guess this would fall in the same category.
We can look at a version 2 to offer something where your staff will be able to get their consumer to put in a certain code, but let us work on that. But I think for now, the total commission of 20% is paid to the salon, and at the end of the day, it is your decision.
Okay, from Blow Dry Co, can we have a list of the brands could sell if they are not in our salon?
Okay, so what we are doing is in your application form, we're going to ask you to fill in what brands you got, okay, and you can do a wish list as well. Certain brands are going to have limitations. For example, Kerastase is not going to be part of this platform. We are talking to them, and salons that have got Kerastase, hopefully we can find a way that we can work this in. But obviously, L'Oreal have got strict rules in the brand, and we're going to respect that. So we're going to continue that conversation. Joico, to ask for a little bit more time. There's a couple other brands that are not part of it, but there will be significantly more brands than one individual salon's got at the moment.
Okay, from next DP, do the sorry, wrong one. Sorry, from Gina G, is our commission calculated on RRP?
Yes, correct. It is.
Okay.
Just to include there, if you are going to have a promotion and take a 10% discount on your product, it will be your commission on your sale price.
But also to be clear, as suppliers from a Twincare perspective, and I'm sure my competitors will do the same, is we may put specific promotions for your site. And if we do that, it will be gift with purchase and we'll carry that cost. But with all these offerings that we do, it will be your choice. You may choose not to do it. The only thing we'll not allow is product price discounting. All products will be sold at salon prices. If you want to make it more expensive, that's your choice. You need to let us know. But currently, we recommended retail prices of us and every other brand.
Okay, from Blow Dry Co, I'm nervous to commit to a 12-month contract when we do not know how things is going to do. Will we be able to negotiate a 3-month trial period?
Okay, so the question is, some people are worried about a 12-month contract. Well, let me tell you what I think you need to do is you need to decide if you want to be online. If you make the decision you want to be online, you're going to have certain expenses anyway. For us to load your salon, there's money involved. We're going to buy the time on the servers. We're going to spend time with our team designing it. If you look at the expenses that you would incur if you started your own online site, you can get a sense what it will cost. Obviously, it will cost us less because we're people working for us and we get discounts. But I think for us to put you on for only 3 months is just not viable for us. So with respect, the decision is, do I want to be online? And if I do, I need to make a certain commitment. Because also one point I want to make very clear. We are not responsible for your site working. We are going to host the site and we're going to help you as much as possible. It's up to you how this site's going to work. It's up to you if you're going to encourage your clients to buy on your site. It's up to you how you're going to advertise your site. We are a platform. The success of it does not depend on us. And I can tell you in the experience that we've had by going online, we made mistakes in the beginning. And I can tell you, you're not going to put your site on, all of a sudden you can have money pouring in. You've got to work it, and you've got to experiment. So when I put X on my online media, on my social media, does it make a difference to my sales? If it did, do more of it. If it didn't, change your approach, change your tact. So this is a learning curve for all of us. So unfortunately, we have to sign 12-month contracts, others does not make it viable for us.
Okay, from Gina G, to confirm the customer database belongs to us and can it be downloaded and accessed by us?
Yes, absolutely. The confidentiality of your clients is 100% your clients. Your subscriber list is 100% your subscriber list. You will be able to download it. We'll be able to email it to you. Look, also just with mentioning that our goal is for each salon to thrive, and we are going to make use of email marketing and automation with your subscriber list from your store. So we have to use it, but please know it's 100% confidential and you will have access to it. We will provide that in reporting to you as well as we grow your subscriber list for you.
I think you've got to understand it's in our interest to make this work. And it's in our interest for you to trust the platform. It's in our interest for this to make you money. Otherwise, it doesn't work for anybody. This is an opportunity that we've identified. And I keep going on about this. This is happening. You can be left behind or you can get on board and get something. And the something is going to change over time, because as more and more consumers are going to buy online, they're going to start forming relationships with the websites. So if you get in early and you start developing relationships between your site and your clients, you can hold on to the clientele.
Okay, from Deborah Housen, will Gino be available?
Okay, certain brands internationally have got policies on what can and cannot be sold online. Gino as a brand has not made the decision to go online. Everybody is rethinking their online strategy. Every single brand, every single salon, every single distributor. So things are changing. They have allowed us to put Gino online for a short period while the lockdown happens. We need to see where that will take us. So the brands that ask us not to put online, we're going to respect that, and we are not going to put them online. I think we need to run this as honorably and as transparently as possible. So whatever rules the brands have got, we will respect. Whatever rules you guys give us, we will respect.
Okay, from Leanne Lamb, which skincare brands are on the sites already and will more be added to the database?
Okay, on skincare, we got Matisse, we got some nails, and we got some equipment and accessories, and Luma. We've got a few brands on there, and once we get the site up and running, we can communicate more information. We are also talking to a lot of our skincare competitors to put them on as well. We've just started the conversation. Obviously, with hair care, we are more connected with our competitors. It's easier to put together. Obviously, it's also in our interest to try and get as many brands on as possible. We will keep you informed. But at the very least, I think if you want to be online, you can start off online. And maybe, Peter, while we're still getting that, we can have a bit of a discount for a bit of a period on skincare. All right, we'll get back to you on that.
Yeah.
As if we're throwing in the deep end. Actually, we'll get back to you on that. But obviously, skincare is a couple of weeks behind hair care.
And just to add to that, brands that you want to sell online, please let us know. You can email me at peter@salononly.co.za. Let us know so that we can approach the suppliers with you, so that we can, build up the list of brands that we are able to offer.
But also approach a supplier. So I've got my own online site, and I'd like to represent your brand. Okay, please speak to Salon Only and come to some arrangement.
Okay, a question from Gina G. Okay, will we have access to the back end? If you are not handling the site, will access be provided? Are we then responsible for changing images, prices, and products?
Okay, you will not have access to the back site. We are going to manage that for you. Otherwise, it's going to become I don't want to use the word before shit starts with S. So we want to keep some control of it. Obviously, the last thing we want to do, in fairness to us, to set up this whole site, everybody starts doing their own thing. If you do want to leave us after the 12 months, you will get your URL. Again, we want to make it viable for you to stay on this platform. So, if you're going to take this and it's not going to work for you, you're going to cancel the contract at the end of the year. So we want to make it viable enough for you to say, well, this is a good decision that we made, and it's working for me, and I want to stay.
In terms of the access, so there won't be any access, and we will make changes for you. We want to get to a point that we educate each salon to have access to the back end so that they can change their banners around as they wish.
But in the short term, we're going to do that for you.
Okay. As well, sorry, just with saying that, I mean, the reporting we will send weekly, and obviously order confirmations will come through straight away, so there'll be full transparency on the sales that have come through your store.
Okay, then we have got from Miranda, I have a beauty salon. Can I sell all hair care products as well?
No, unfortunately not. We have, on some brands, we've made certain allowances over the lockdown period, but unfortunately not. We are going to look at adding brands that are across different platforms, but I think it's important that we respect the brands in the salon. There's opening orders in a lot of the brands, and we've got to ensure that we stick to those. The idea is for us to protect the industry that we got and add on to it. We don't want to add on to it and hurt what we've got at the moment. This needs to be additional business. This needs to be new opportunities taking advantage of emerging trends. If we're going to do stupid stuff, I think we're going to hurt everybody, including our industry, including you, including us as suppliers. This is also an evolving idea, so we might have to make rules as we go along. But the point is, whatever rules we make will be based on us protecting our industry and making more money for all of us.
Okay, from Claire, will Twincare provide any advertising?
We are. It's going to be difficult for us to provide salon by salon. We are looking at some way of generating adverts that you can take and put in your social media. We are also going to add on additional services that you can engage with third-party suppliers on how to advertise and how to do social media. We are working on different concepts. Again, I want to make this point. We are providing a platform. If you don't do something about it, if you don't manage it, if you don't promote it, it's not going to work. This is a commitment, both to put the time in and also to educate yourself on what works on this platform.
And just to add to that, what we are starting with is email marketing, which is a very powerful tool for e-commerce and selling and building up your own subscriber base, and we will be doing that on your behalf. We believe we are very good at it. We know how it works, and the reason why we want to do it off the bat is so that we can get growth straight away onto your store and sales through your store.
I think that there's going to be a lot of training involved. We are putting a social media course for beginners, and that will teach you how to use social media, how to promote on social media, what works, what doesn't work, and we will announce when this course will be available for you guys to attend. I suggest you do that.
Okay. If a client cancels before 12 months, will there be it's over? Will they pay a cancellation fee?
I don't know, guys. You know, we don't have answers for everything. We'll come back with you. We'll come back. So you're signing for 12 months. Honor it. We're going to have expenses that go with it. You know, if you're going to stop and just not going to pay us, I don't know what to say. You know, there's nothing we can do. But there needs to be some sort of give and take here, and there needs to be some sort of honourable relationship. So we look at it case by case. Okay, but I think we are going to incur expenses, and we're hoping that we'll have a relationship where we can sit and discuss things. Yeah.
Okay. I have a client. So Annalie, I've just signed up and now heard that Dino is not available as my main brand. Will I be able to exit?
Okay. Yes, you can. So, you know what? We want to be reasonable. We want to have fair discussion, like I said. So in that case, if you've registered it for Kino and we don't have it, of course you can. But my opinion is take a look at what we have got, and there may be enough value left for you for the time being to stay on. If not, we will not.
However, we will contact you after this to sort that out.
Okay. Is the site only for retailing products or services as well from Next PDP?
Okay, so for services, we do not want to promote any services that you will do, like the color concept that's happening now. It'll only be retail. You will, however, have the option, or you will, and you must, put your menu of services they can book in your salon. So you must have your price lists, the services you can offer, but there will be no professional products sold, there will be no professional service sold through the site. If you want to do that, you're going to do it independently, however you're doing it now. I think that part needs to go back to the rules that we had before. I think sending color and mixing to your clients, if we carry on doing that, I think we are going to hurt ourselves. Okay? The only reason we're doing it is because consumers are buying box color. So we are missing that opportunity. That's why the retailers' sales have rocketed in that sector. But after we go back, we need to take back what belongs to our industry.
Yeah, just to add, we are requesting for you to send through your in-salon services and price list that we'll put on a nice page according to your look and feel. And I think it's important to just understand that this website, your website, is your salon's online presence. So you'll be able to see what you offer in store, but now you have the added benefit of also selling products to your clients online.
Okay, from Teresa, is Well a professional on board?
Not currently. We spoke to them and they said they're going to look at it. Obviously, as you can imagine, Twincare is behind us. So in fairness to our competitors, they want to see what this is. So, whatever brands that are not on and you want to get them on, speak to your suppliers. We are speaking to them as well. And I think in the long term, it's in everybody's interest to be on this platform. Okay? Because if we allow too many independents, and I can tell you, everybody's looking at getting a piece of this action. Okay, and some very scary retailers are looking to get on board. Okay, so we got to try and protect our industry. If we can get this up and running and we can own this market, it will make it harder for other people to come into our market. Okay, I mean, I've been threatened with diversion where people bring their own professional products. There's a lot of scary stuff happening out there. We got to stay ahead of the problem, and you got to get your piece of the online action. I mean, it's a no-brainer for me.
Okay, from Rochelle, will clients be able to track their orders?
Hi, Rochelle. Yes, all clients will be able to track their orders through their Weibull number, which will be emailed to them. They can track where it is and see when it will arrive to them.
That's it. Okay.
I just, before Stav ends off, I think, from our side, we very excited to launch this to you guys today, and I think it is a no-brainer to get online. So just click get started, follow the process, and we'll have your store up and running in no time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. And you can also approach your Twincare sales consultants. They have been trained, so they can talk you through the process. They are available, so you can talk to them. Okay, then we need to get Shani on. Shani, if you can just put your camera on, you can hear us. Shani is the owner. How's it, Shani? Okay, you need to unmute. Shani is the owner of My Appointment, and I've asked her just to quickly introduce her concept, and then you can also ask her some questions. Shani, we will keep the questions here, and I'll repeat it to you, so you don't have to sit and stare at the question.
Okay, great. So hi, everyone. I did notice some of our clients are listening, so for those of you who already know who we are, just keep it brief. We have been around for quite a few years. We're an online booking app, as well as a full salon management system. So for a while, we've been saying need to get accessible to your clients so that they can go online and book with you. Needing to call during office hours and chat to a receptionist is fine, but not everybody wants to do that. So making yourself available online. We then took this online platform and we extended into a full salon management point of sale system as well. So it will manage your vouchers, your sales, your turnover, your reporting, commission, all of that. So we are an online platform. And now we are seeing the importance of being online, and we're seeing the importance of the online platform. Unfortunately, we are closed for services. So what that means is that your doors are closed. But what we have seen on the online is as soon as people think that the lockdown is going to be lifted, when we thought it was going to come to an end, people rushed online to book because you guys are missed and people do want to book with you. So they rushed online to book. So having that online accessibility means you can open your bookings before you physically open your doors. Then the lockdown got extended, and when people thought it was going to come to an end again, we again saw people rushing online. Another very important thing that we've done to support our clients is that we have launched online gift vouchers. So, this whole thing is about being online, and we've launched an online gift voucher platform. So what that means is your clients can go now and purchase vouchers to redeem after lockdown. A lot of our clients are offering, special value, get 10% extra on the voucher that you purchase. Or Mother's Day vouchers were big, birthday vouchers, anniversary vouchers. So we have been doing a lot of online voucher sales just so that we can get cash coming into your businesses now where you can't do services, but we are trying to bridge that cash flow gap so you can meet some of your obligations. So online vouchers, online appointments, and it does all tie into your point of sale, which you can access from anywhere. So in a very brief nutshell, that is what we do offer. And if anybody wants any more info, you can go to myappointment.co.za or you can email us on info@myappointment.co.za.
Thanks, Shani. Okay, help me, Andrea. It's not going, it's not sharing. Sorry, it's not clicking down. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've also got one or two questions that have come through. The first one is, to be clear, if you sell something for 100 Rand, do we pay 20 Rand, or are there any other deductions? We pay 20 Rand. We pay 20% on the retail figure. There's no deductions at all, number one. Number two, you asked about a minimum order. The minimum order is 500 Rand, because obviously you've got to pay delivery fees and other expenses that come off it. Under that, there's a delivery fee, but anything over 500 Rand is for free. It does not come off your account. We cover all the costs. It's very simple. Your client orders something online. Whatever they've ordered, you will get 20% of the figure with no deductions, just to be clear.
If they order anything that is below 500 Rand, there will be a 69 Rand delivery fee.
Okay, that's essentially what it costs us to send the parcel out. Okay. Whoops. Here's my, sorry guys. Okay, don't worry, I think we're done anyway. All right, so in summary, this is an opportunity for you guys to get a piece of the online action. I think you need no convincing anymore. This is part of the future of retail. All the other models around the world are under pressure. The lockdown has made this more pertinent and everybody's getting it. So this is your choice. You can either be part of it or you can do your own sites, or you can keep sending retail through your salons. This is your choice. So guys, thank you very much. Thank you for attending my webinar. Please remember the one we're doing on the 19th next week. It starts at 9:30. If you've sent us your email for any other webinars in the past, we will send you the invite again. If not, you can send us, you can email me at stav@twincare.co.za and we'll send you an invite. Guys, thank you very much. Are there any other questions we need to do, Andrea? Okay. Thanks, guys. Good luck. Be strong. And if I can leave you with one thought, please work on your plans. Have a plan. Don't just sit back and wait for things to happen to you. You've got to put something together. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.